Hello everyone, this is the Uncle Chris Sports Show. Coming from you live from Uncle Chris's gazebo. And today, Uncle Chris, what type of bait made the wall of shame?
What kind of baits made the wall of shame? Well, I got totes and totes and totes of them. I got some behind you, I got some in that cooler, I got some over there. Some I don't even put in my boat.
So you don't even put in your boat?
Don't even put it in my boat. What I got for is decoration. When folks come by and see this, oh, they eat that thing, don't they? Oh yeah, man, you got to hide in the bottom of your boat to bait your hook to put it on there so they won't take it away from you.
Yeah. So, Uncle Chris, what are your thoughts on the wall of shame?
Wall of shame. We talked a little bit last week, folks, in depth about the Cinco. Did we not?
Yeah, we did.
We talked about the Cinco. We talked about how it revolutionized fishing. But y'all, I'm telling y'all, it ain't nothing new.
Nope.
Ain't nothing new at all.
Ain't nothing new on the sun.
The Cinco was come about my idea
Yep.
of a bait back in the late 80s. Was called a Jack Chancellor's Do Nothing Worm.
Wow.
And it looked like a little bitty miniature Cinco turd, and it did nothing. You just plinked it out there. And from that point on, comes the French fry worm, and to the Cinco. Before the Cinco, there's another bait that was a cross between a super fluke and a Cinco called sluggo.
The slugger.
And it did the same thing. Now, we want to talk about Cincos in depth today, because ain't nobody else going to tell you this because they want you to buy your product.
That's right.
You can buy a variation of any kind of Cinco in the world. Young makes one. HP Fall makes one. Makes a good one. Strike King makes a bunch of them.
That's right.
They make a Ocho. They make and they make a Speed Fall. And the number one color of all time in Cinco would be green pumpkin.
Green pepper.
Green pumpkin. They got a machine that spits them out. They can't work enough hours. For every pound they spit out, they got to make two more.
Wow. They gotta make two more.
They got to make two more pounds. It's a constant driving action of a Cinco. And you would think that at some point in juncture there would be something different, but I'm going to tell you the difference. It's the weight of the plastic. If you fish clear water, pressure water, say you got on your local lake, you know, it's clear water, got grass in it, it's prime for what? Frog and a Cinco, right?
Right.
Okay, it's prime for frog and Cinco. Okay, you got a small body of water and you got 40 folks in the bass tournament. You're going to beat the fish down to oblivion. And if it's like anywhere else in the United States, you got most folks, bass fish, are either self-employed or they work on a job and they take off half a day Friday and they go beat the liver brains out of them. Right?
Right.
I'm going to go check my fish. Well, when you went to go check your fish, 2 hours before you checked your fish, somebody else checked them too.
Yep.
And early that morning, the man who's works for himself, say he's a proper contractor, as a plumber, electrician. He works 4 days a week. He got his money. He went and checked them late Thursday and early Friday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you got all those fish that have had their brains beat out. This fish, 35% of water holds what? 80% of the fish.
That's a lot of fish in that water.
Fish. 35% of the water holds 80% of the fish at some point in junction.
Mm.
So we're going to get in the muddy water. We're going to get in the muddy water, we got to have what? We got to have a thump. We got to have multiple casts. So we got to have a what? We got to have a Cinco style bait that sinks
So
fairly slow. And you want to put a thump blade on the back of it. And then you all seen the thump blade, you get a little small, I like to use most folks use like a little small willow leaf blade on the back of it. You know, they use that mostly for clear water and fish and grass, but you can take a Colorado blade off one of the bigger beetle spins and use that. It's got a good thump to it. But you can't weight it. If you weight it, you got to peg it so small it don't even make a difference, like a nail weight. And you let it thump down there, okay?
alright.
All right. And then there's another option you can do. You can fish straight up wacky style. You fish straight up wacky style, you got to lose the lead weight. And you got to use a small circle hook like that right there on the end of that pop bar right there. with a weed guard on it, or you can buy the old original. I said, yeah, the old original Eagle Claw weedless hook. All right, then you got option number 3. You could buy a Cinco that sinks to fall. As far as slow, real slow.
Yep.
And I will tell you this much, don't tell you Aunt Kelly, because I spent enough money to find out I bought every brand there is on demand.
You bought every brand?
Every brand there is on demand, because I got a swimming pool, and right behind here I got a fish tank, and I can show you.
Yeah, you want to show you?
I will show you all the speed on what they fall. Now there's one made that I have found that falls, it's like watching paint dry, it falls so slow. And got a handsome guy on the package, it's called, named Greg Hackney, it's called a Strike King Zero. And it says you never zero with a zero. Well, that's a lot of truth to that. You won't zero with a zero, but you'll spend all day trying to go to the bottom. But it does get, the bites you get are quality, and it's good for pressured water.
Yeah.
But that's just something you got to figure out on your own time. And nothing's going to go ahead and stop the fact that you got to figure out the fall rate. Now you want to experiment, so you buy 4 brands and they're all green pumpkin, and you chunk one. First thing in the morning, it don't pan out. Next time you go fishing, you chunk the other one. It's all about the speed that the bait falls. Now if they're active, it needs a Cinco. If they bite and they're shallow, you can throw anything and they catch them on top or catch them on a crankbait. In most places that fish the Cinco, say what you want to, it's pervious for grass fishing. Grass is a wonderful thing. It provides oxygen, man, and the fish get all up in it. But, they get all up in it when the sun gets up. And the reason is, guys, is when the sun gets up, the plant lives are making oxygen. And when the sun goes down, the plants are eating the oxygen. So you ever notice most of your fish on the outside of the grass line first thing in the morning?
Yeah.
They're not piled up in the middle. They're all piled up in the middle. It's because a little bit of cut, a little drainage ditch coming out of that feeding current.
That's probably a good reason why they're all
exactly.
in the middle.
Oxygen is key, grass is key, and speed rate fall is really key.
I know.
You can get the slowest falling Cinco type bait and fish behind anybody in the world. Go get you a Strike King Zero and tell me, get back with us. We want to hear your feedback. Get back with us.
That's right.
Tell me it don't fall slower. If you ain't got a fishing pond that's really clear and you can watch it go to the bottom, use your mama's fish tank or go out to the kiddie pool.
Yeah. Get you some fish.
Yeah, get you some. Go in there and buy 4 or 5 packs and find out the rate of fall.
Uncle Chris got one fish in here he caught from the pond.
Yeah, I got one fish in here. I got the pond. I'm trying to sit there because he's a black one. I got a brush pile. I'm going to stick him on so he can breed some females. That way I can go ahead and take Papa Sam crappie fishing first and last. But you got to have him bred right now. He's just beating everything up over yonder.
Yeah, he's all by himself.
He's all by his lonesome. I got him in there to keep me company for right now. But he's going back out of here. I had some bass in here the other week. They spawned out so I can go ahead and put the hatches in another pond. That's a pretty thing.
Yeah, real pretty thing.
Don't transfer the bass, just transfer the hatch, guys. Good idea.
That's right.
Yeah, you don't never transfer fish from pond to pond. You transfer the fry from pond to pond. Well, really, you think another fish, you put in a different environment, he's got to start all over.
That's right, yeah.
Well, you take the hatchlings out there, you drop them over in yonder, and they're big enough to get away, you ain't got to start over. They starting fresh.
Yeah.
Especially when you got a pond or a waterway that's got too many in it. Think about it. You got places where they just go ahead and get hatchlings and turn them loose year after year after year. You know what I mean? Who says you got to be at a hatchery to do that? You can do your own water the same way. You know what stock you want. You know what fish to really. The hatch that comes out of the bigger females is what makes the better fish. So why not do it yourself?
Yeah, do it. Yeah, you
Do it yourself.
He's right about that one.
Well, my advice to y'all is go get you some Senkos and try. Guys, I'm telling you,
It'll work.
don't buy one color. If you're gonna buy green pumpkin, buy 5 packs of something different.
Yeah, buy them all, right?
Buy them all. I mean, get down there and nitty gritty.
Okay, you're fine where you're going.
Folks, I got tons of plastic. Plastic,
Let me show you this.
plastic, plastic.
There it is.
More plastic over here. More plastic over there.
Good gosh, I gotta take this off for me. Let me take this off.
Guys, it's just too much plastic to talk about.
No, let me take this off.
I mean, there's just tons of plastic in here, and I'm telling you, it's always the same old, same old. You get one thing that fits as good. I mean, every brand. I'm gonna tell you what about a Senko.
What?
All of them are good.
Yeah.
All of them are good. Ain't none of them bad, but all of them got a time and place.
Exactly.
And from the springtime to the summertime, there's no better bait.
Exactly.
And in the fall of the year, when they're chasing, either you're on them or you're looking them. If you're looking them, you ain't on.
That's right. Look at how many plastic boxes you got in
I
there.
probably got 65 pounds in the pack house.
I know. That's so many.
I'm 50 years old. I've been fishing repetitively since I was 16 years old.
Yes, sir. Uncle
I was
Chris.
short of 2 things. I was short of money, support. You can make it without one of them. And I'm telling you, you can make it without money because you can win enough to stay in the game, but you got to have support in the end, guys.
Yeah. Well, your next question for the day, Uncle Chris, is what are your thoughts on? Well, you had a wall of shame.
I had to take it down, man. The kids were getting in here getting hung up on the wall.
They're getting hung up on the wall.
All the hooks, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a wall of shame right there.
No, believe it or not, that worm right there is still good, and I'll tell you why. That is an old, ancient worm right there. This is where plastic worms were born at. It was called the man's jelly worm. And before you had all these lure companies come out, I'll explain it to you. Let me give you an idea. It's a good thing to show you right here and now. I might have a pair of scissors here I can show you.
You got a pocket knife?
Now I got a pair of scissors right here. I got a cooler here. I keep all my fishing line in. Let's see. If you take this plastic worm,
For example.
you ever notice in springtime everybody's throwing them a thiolate color worm to catch them bass? They're already trying to catch them bass. Got a spawn or getting ready to spawn or garden fry. And they'll take that methylate worm and they'll whip it up in that bush on that braided line and they'll twitch that thing and they'll go here and go here. Well, you know what? Go get you a pack of man's jelly worm. I guarantee you they do the same thing that methylate worm does, but it sinks a little bit faster. You know when most of the strikes come when you no longer see the bait.
Wow.
Well, let me show you something. Say if you took this old man jelly worm,
Because.
you clipped it right there, right?
Right.
And you was to cut it like this right here. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Chris is working his magic right now.
No. Let me show you. Now, you would have the firetail worm. Remember the firetail worm, guys? They had a little bitty tail on the bottom that would twirl when you swim it. That's how the firetail worm come to peace. And then you say if you cut it off like right here at the egg sac,
Yep.
you'd have your shaky head. But back in the early days, it wasn't called a shaky head. It was called a jig worm. Now, we were talking about Senkos earlier. Now you got a Senko. Just put a hook a wacky style worm in that sucker. And I'm going to show you guys something. Let's go ahead and walk over to the goldfish tank. If you want one that falls real fast, this falls faster than any of them. Say if you got fish that are real aggressive and you got to go down and you're on a timeline, you're fishing wacky style, get you some worms and watch that thing.
That thing is falling
Look
in
at
fast.
That's the original
Yeah.
Senko. And I can show you That's one. You had the original plastic worm. You had a little bitty hooktail worm to come out of that. You had a shaky head out of that, and you had a Cinco, all in that one worm. So nothing's new under the sun, guys.
No. Well,
We didn't complicate fishing. The lure manufacturers did.
it sure did.
Think about it, lure, and the reason, everything is everything's about a dollar.
Yeah, I got you.
Everything's about a dollar. Now, if this was the original Jody worm and it was made by Tom Mann, he's dead now.
Oh.
Yeah, he's dead now. He was a good man. But you notice the old big Indian chief on that thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And it smells like a watermelon.
sure does.
But that was one of the softest worms ever made. It come through grass great. And you know what? It's a worm that nobody really fishes with anymore.
You,
And it's a crying shame because it's got so many different things you can do with it.
yeah,
I think I think blackberry and motor oil was the two best colors ever sold in this. I like strawberry because I like to use it as a trick worm in the spring. I like to use the Cinco when they're really aggressive.
yeah,
Because I can hook a wacky style and skip it on a dot, so it's got a good weight to it. You can fling the crap out of it.
yeah, you can.
You can make a cut tail worm at it. You can cut a piece of it off and drop shot with it because that egg sac makes a good place for your hook placement for your circle hook. I mean, there's so many things. It's a versatile worm. And somehow or another, when culprit come around, and well, you know, cream come around, and then you had culprit, and you had all these manufacturers come around. They all, and tell you something, guys, they all good. All of them are good. But I'm telling you, if you're going to fish a certain animal, buy the whole herd.
Yeah, bye.
See which one works best for you because all of them are great. But there's an application deal for each and every one of them.
Yep, is it?
And Cinco's, remember this: speed
Kill.
kills.
It sure does.
You got me?
We got you.
When they're hitting it hard, speed kills. When they ain't hitting it all, you going too fast, it's going to kill you. So you got to figure out what they're doing.
Yep, Uncle Chris, your next question for the day is, what other worms do you recommend?
What other worms I recommend?
Yeah. There's so many.
So many, but truth be known is they're all good.
Yep. Your next question for the day is, what are your thoughts on, what was your personal favorite? You say you like Zoom a lot.
Yeah, I like Zoom. Probably because I fished it for so long. Exactly what we do. We get one of them big Zoom lizards, and one of the most best colors. I think the number one selling color of all time. I think was, not mistaken, it was pumpkin seed. I think that was a mistake. That was an error.
And that was an error.
That was an error, and the boys started catching so many fish off of them. Everybody had to have some. So they got to be the number one color. Then it was watermelon seed. But you should be able to go to Corn Lake and get 2 bags of Zoom lizards and get the biggest ones you could get. Don't get them small puppies. Don't get them little 4-inch from that. Nah, you didn't want them. You want them ones.
Well,
That's when the fishing was good, guys. And I mean, you can go in the middle of a cove right before they spawn and just fish the mouth of that thing and chunk that sucker and drag it. I have set the hook so many times that one day I pure tea had marks on my ribs where I set the hook so hard.
good God.
Yes, sir, but hands tore all up. That was a wonderful day. I hate to go back to work. If I didn't work for my dad, I would have called in sick. No joke, it was that good. Zoom come out with great plastic worms, and they still do. I mean, if I'm gonna fish a regular straight worm, say like I don't know, just do like a regular, kind of like a culprit, a ribbon tail worm, it's going to have to be a culprit. Whether it's going to be a Zoom, Zoom makes the best trick worm of all time. They don't make the best, I mean, as far as floating worms, you know, it's kind of hard, you know, everybody makes a good floating worm. I think Danny Joe Humphrey, I probably bought about as many as his as anybody in the world.
Wow.
Yeah, because back in the day, those speckled egg was a bad dude. Yeah, they had a color that was called speckled egg. I might still have some, but it was It looked like it was the color of an egg yolk with little black pepper seeds in it. It's called speckled egg.
Speckled
egg. And that was a Chowan River special.
Your next question for the day is Uncle Chris is, what was your heyday fishing? What was like, how many fish did you catch in one day, the most?
Well, the most fish I ever caught fishing, and that's fish I ever caught in the tournament.
It doesn't matter. How many fish you caught in one day, the most you've ever caught?
I have caught 116 bass in a 2-acre plot.
Wow, that's a lot of fish. 116 bass.
Yes, sir, and I left them biting. I left them biting. And couldn't wait to get back there next weekend and pulled up on that same flat next weekend and caught 2 short fish, and that was it. I killed about an hour and a half there. Needless to say, they had was here today and gone tomorrow. So if you're out pleasure fishing and you're hitting them real hard, don't try to save them for next week. Beat their brains out. Because they're here today and gone tomorrow. And enjoy it while you can. You might not live to see the next day. Go ahead and catch them while you can. That's what they're there for.
Alright, your next question for the day is, you have your Zoom cap. You have a Zoom cap.
I got a Zoom cap that's somewhere in the house. I used to wear it all the time, but I actually washed my hair today because I was working on old Lulabelle out trying to decide I got a little dirt in there, so I had to wash my hair.
You see a light out there? Or was it just me?
Oh, it could be a lot out there. It could be somebody out there stealing something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing left out there no how. We might rob them to get too close.
Alright, your next question for the day is, how many awards have you won fishing wise?
I had one, let's see, I ain't fished tournament. Last year's the first time I fished a tournament in 8 years. I fished one tournament and I won that one. That was luck. It ain't that good. I'm not that good of a fisherman as the folks I'm fishing against are that bad. Because I hadn't been on the water in a while. But see, 7 years ago I quit because my back got bad. Like I said, I fished last year because I had somebody at a partner, a team tournament. Team tournament I can fish that because I ain't got to run a trolling motor for 3 hours. I can do that. 3 hours and 2 painkillers, I can make that. But in my head day, I think I won 38 tournaments.
38 tournaments.
38 tournaments and cashed in twice that many.
38 tournaments. You'll be what? You're 48, 49 this year. You'll be 49 next.
I'll be 50 this year.
You'll be 50 this year.
50 years old, son.
Wow. Your next question for the day is, Uncle Chris, is you said that fishing was a true sport.
It is a true sport.
Yes,
You think about the physical demands. Now you're playing basketball. Say you're playing basketball, right?
Right.
How long are you going to run up down that court before they sit you down and put somebody else in?
I don't know.
Unless you get $23 million, your ass ain't getting sit down. You're going to keep running up down that court.
Yeah.
In baseball, how often do you sit in the dugout?
You sit there for a while.
The game lasts what, 3 hours?
More than 3 hours.
Yeah, sometimes more long than that, but you got to realize in baseball there's no clock.
I know.
In bass fishing there's a clock. And you got to run a trolling motor. You know how hard it is to stand on one leg and run a trolling motor all day?
Ooh. You're talking about 3 hours.
I'm telling you, ESPN needs to do the sports science, and I guarantee you a pro fisherman burns more calories than a baseball player or a football player in today's time. Y'all need to rethink that sports science crap, because I'm telling you, I can lose 9 pounds a day fishing.
Yeah.
And eat.
I know. I mean,
And it's not all sweat. You're literally burning the calories. You're constantly doing aerobic exercise all the time. And you're doing that for 8 hours.
Uncle Chris, we gotta have a little segment there. This is the Uncle Chris Sports Show, Sports Science.
Sports science.
With Uncle Chris and his nephew.
That's it. Sports science, guys. I'm telling you right now, a pro fisherman burns more calories than a pro athlete does.
Wow, that's a lot.
Except a soccer player. That sucker, he's getting it all the time.
Alright, we're going to talk a little bit about football. The combine is happening. The draft is going to happen in April. Which athlete in the combine based on their stats, because I know we don't watch athletes running back and forth on the field, which one impresses you the most?
I'm gonna tell you what. I really believe the best players are going to come this year is going to come out of Michigan.
The number one overall pick is gonna come from me.
No, the best picks are going to come out of Michigan.
Wow.
And I don't know what it is, but they're under a hardball system. And the reason I say Michigan because Harbaugh has played in the pros. He's gotten close a couple times, right?
He's getting real close.
He's got close a couple times, but he's running a pro system for his power football. Now, if he's running a pro system on power football, he's getting his offensive linemen
To play power.
to play power football. And you know what? Power football is a wonderful thing in the NFL because it makes up for bad quarterback play, piss poor defense, time management. It does it all. And there's a lot of teams out there that need to learn how to play power football. So you want to get your offensive lineman from Michigan to Wisconsin. With them badges, they run the ball.
Yes, they do.
They do. And guys, I'm telling you something right now, you ain't gonna believe this. 3 yards in the cloud of dust was good back in the day. It still could be good right now. You got a lot of running backs out there. You got a smorgasbord going. I hate to tell you this, ain't none of them surfacing. Really.
Wow.
It's like they all get paid, and once they get paid, hell no, I ain't running that man. I'll slip down. I run out of bounds, but no, I ain't dropping my shoulder. I ain't running over him.
Alright.
Get your fullback, guys. Get you a fullback with no neck. That's what you need.
Thanks,
3
right.
yards to cloud. Let me tell you something.
Mike Tolbert would be a good power back for Dallas. He's a free agent.
And Mike Tillman's not going to be a good power back because he does not lower his head and his shoulders like he ought to.
Yeah.
He runs 3 inches off the ground. If you look at where he runs, you watch him run in the tape, he's like he's about ready to stumble any second.
He does.
He does. He is out of bounds. It's like his cleats do not have any traction to him whatsoever.
And he cannot run block. Period. Guy cannot run block.
Man, that big should be able to run a block. Hell, at least he'd be able to get in the way.
I know.
That's a lot of man.
I know, and you're
Can you imagine trying to get to the refrigerator? He'd be blocking you like hell with
Yes, he
a
would.
big dude sticking out there. You couldn't get in the door.
Oh, I put on the film last night. You and I need to talk about this player, and I think he's one of the greatest D linemen in the NFL right now. What are your thoughts on the Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald?
Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
Is he free agent this year?
I don't think so.
He's not a free agent.
I don't think so.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't they franchise him?
I think they did. I don't know.
They may have. Aaron Donald's just a beast, man. It's like he come in, like he just, I don't know. It's like he just woke up one day because, I mean, don't get me wrong, he was a great player in college. But it's like he peaked after he got in the pros. And it sounds weird, don't it?
Yeah, he was a Pro Bowler as a
Yeah,
rookie.
he peaked after he got to the pros. He didn't peak while he was in college.
He peaked when he's in the pros.
But that's a lot of man. It's just his upper body strength and his speed is just
Unreal.
it's unreal. I mean, you got freaks of nature out there. I mean, really.
I saw one.
Because they say they got mutants out there. They're all the X-Men, dude.
Yeah, I was looking at a film on him. He's a small guy too. He's not very big, like size
He's
or
got
weight.
long arms though.
He's got long arms. You're right about his upper body strength because I seen him put guards on their backs. Because I saw him one match against the Browns. He got good shoulder padding too. He's got good leverage. He just ran into the Cleveland Brown and put him on his back. That's just unfair.
Guys, don't blame that on you guards and tackles, and I'm gonna tell you why. You're supposed to be dancing somebody else. Balance is everything.
Yeah.
Man can't take you off balance if you got balance. Work on your footwork.
No matter how.
And if you're going to pass, don't ever do a seven step drop. Always 5 or 6. Do hitches.
Cam, you
Cam,
better
listen, Cam. Oh, Cam, don't do that 7. No, Cam, don't do that, Cam.
You need to point at the camera and say,
Cam, don't do it.
So, Candy loves to take it. 1, 2, 3,
I don't know
4.
when the hell you want to run back to the 20, 30 damn ball for, son. You strong. We got it.
Yeah, he's 7'6", 250 pounds.
You 6'5", man. Hell, you see over the stands.
I know. if he still
Why can't you read?
he can't read.
You can't read defense. He's hooked on phonics with that crap, man.
What were you thinking?
What were you thinking?
Holy crap!
Holy crap. You struck. I don't know if you're ever going to get it back either, because the sad part about it is that team peaked and Cam was doing a great job, but you know, they studied this film, and what I tell you about the NFL, not for long. They watch the film, guys. They see what you do best. They watch how many steps you take. And Von Miller was just licking his chops. Sucking the juice off them lips, man. He was ready to come peel you. What'd you say? Y'all never seen nothing like me before. And
Von Miller.
You gonna perform like that in the Super Bowl? I hope the hell we never do. Again. Von Miller was loving that.
Yeah, he was like this child. Like, oh, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna strip the ball.
I'm gonna strip the ball, and I'm gonna take some washed up defensive lineman that should retire 2 years ago, and I'm gonna make him relevant again. It's not that the defense was so great; it's that the Cam Newton. Well, he wasn't mature enough to handle it.
Yeah, he was in this what fifth?
Yeah, he wasn't mature enough to handle it. You know, at the
good.
time, and you know he got in last year, well this past season. You know, he got some tough love from the NFL.
Very tough.
He got popped in the chop. Man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of that crap should have went your way.
Yes, sir.
But it didn't. And you didn't piss him on. You didn't wipe your eyes. You didn't sit there and say, it's because I'm this, I'm because I'm that.
He flosses his teeth on the sideline.
That's it. You didn't do none of that stuff. You went and took it like a man. Now, later on during the season, I know what you said. Damn this. I understand. It gone long enough. You're right for that, but you're just too big of a distraction to your teammates. It shouldn't be the Cam Newton Panthers. It's the Carolina Panthers. You work for a franchise. They put a franchise tag on you.
$105 million for 5 years.
Act like you got some damn sense. Represent the guys.
I know.
I mean, you shut the critics up before. Hell, I'm just nobody. I'm a critic. You go ahead and shut me up. Play good next year.
Exactly.
Learn from your mistakes.
Uncle Chris played football.
I play football.
He played center and defensive tackle.
I play nose tackle and center, and guess what?
It's
all about speed. You got to get off first, just like a drag race.
I know. First off the ball.
First off the ball.
Fundamentals.
Fundamentals. And that's something you don't see in the NFL no more, because you got kids coming from college, don't even know how the game is played. Why in the hell would you why would you draft somebody like that? Speed ain't shit if they ain't got no brain. Bill Belichick said it right, you cannot win with stupid players.
And he's right, he won him a Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, he won a Super Bowl. Speaking of which, I still think he's going to get rid of that kid.
Who, Garoppolo?
Garoppolo's got to go, because you know, I love Bill Belichick because he's like a puppet master. He said, we're not really interested in getting rid of Garoppolo, but you know what? He just said that, guess what?
The stocks are going to go high.
Now stock's going to go high. Cleveland's on that. We'll give up 2 first-round picks for that guy. We'll give up 2 first-round picks for him. And he's a great quarterback. We'll break both his arms and wreck his knees, and he'll be out in 2 years. We'll be stuck paying him. That sound about right?
That's Cleveland.
And that's Cleveland for you. And then what's going to happen? Bill Belichick's going to be sitting there with 2 first-rounders, and he's going to get like, you know what? Bill Belichick reminds me of a used car salesman.
I know.
He does. He does. Or a tire salesman. A used tire salesman. He will sell you a tire that's got a little tread left on it. You getting good value. But on the back end, and that crap you giving him, he's trading in and getting a new set. I mean, and you know what? They made some deals, man. You would think New England's going to get pasted on that deal.
And they didn't.
It didn't, but you know, because Bill Belichick has a way of getting what you do.
Yeah.
If you do something well, you can play for Bill Belichick. All you got to do is one thing well.
Why?
And he will exploit it and eat anybody alive with it. I mean, hell, everybody's got more than one. I got 50 wrenches over there in my toolbox. All of them got a purpose.
Yeah.
Most time, because I can't figure out which one goes where, and I can't see the numbers on the side of them behind.
I know. All right, your next question for the day is, who are your top 5 mutants in the NFL? First of all, we already named one. His name was Aaron
Aaron
Donald.
Donald's a monster.
He is.
You know what I would say? Well, AJ Watt was a mutant, but I'm gonna tell you what. AJ, take the money and run, brother.
JJ Watt.
Yeah, JJ Watt. I'm telling you, man, take the money and run, dude. You proved your worth. I'm telling you something. I've had 4 back surgeries. It put me out of work. It put me out of commission. There's no joy. There's no sex. There's no nothing. You got me?
Yeah.
Everything you do is attached to your backbone. You cough, you sneeze, you poop, it's connected to your backbone.
And you'll feel it.
You'll feel it. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Why are you gonna go up there and lay your body out there for the Houston Texans
All teams.
of all teams? Now I'll tell you what, don't get me wrong, you're gonna win your division and you're
Gonna
gonna be
do
one and done in the
playoffs.
playoffs, but I hate to tell you this, dude, you're not gonna walk away from this a young man.
He needs to go to a household team like the Dallas Cowboys.
He doesn't even need to go there. You need to take the money and run, son. Go buy you a cabin in the middle of the woods, run around, grow a beard, get butt naked, live life to the fullest.
That sounds like a good life.
It's a good life, dude. You don't do nothing for nobody. You proved yourself. You're a man. Don't get me wrong.
You did.
I don't know if you're in that kind of thing, but you know, do something you want to do, because I hate to think he went to college and didn't never learn football.
Ooh.
I'll tell you, you're messing with the way you walk. I can't even feel my left leg half the damn time. Stumbling over top of it's more of a pig than it is a leg.
Man, that's bad. Listen, Uncle
Walk
Chris,
away, brother. Walk away.
Uncle Chris had 4 back surgeries, and I saw him one night. Well, I felt sorry for you that night. You came home on crutches, and you told me the story about that woman gave you an enema. She gave you
Oh,
stool
she gave me a stool softener. Says you got to go to the bathroom. This is what she told me. She said, you got to go to the bathroom before you leave here, because you can't leave here until you go to the bathroom. So I'm going to give you this here stool softener and give you some prune juice, and you're going to drink this. In a couple hours, I'm going to check my stethoscope, and I'm going to put it on your stomach. And when I get done with that, I'm going to see how long you is. So she did that. All right, I was sitting there. All right, then. She coming, oh, honey. Let me hear your belly. Oh, I hear it's moving in there. I just feel something moving. Well, I didn't tell the woman I was sick on my stomach for 3 days, didn't eat nothing. All right, get this. There might be some spit in my stomach for all I know.
I know, that's the only thing you had.
So she come out later on and she give me a laxative. She said, this is guaranteed breaking that baby boy gonna get through you. Gonna get through you, gonna get out. And you go home tomorrow. All right then. All right, we're going home.
Yeah.
Hey, Kelly, give me one of them nabs over there. I'm gonna eat some more past this nab. Cause ain't nothing in my stomach. About 3 hours went by, she said, baby, you ain't gone yet. So I think you clogged up. We're gonna give you this bottle of citric magnesia. It's in the green bottle and it tastes like 7-Up. It's flat and got vinegar in it. So I drank that bottle of citric magnesia. I burped a little bit. She come back, oh, let me put my stethoscope off in your stomach again. Let me smell it. Oh, I smell it, baby. It's almost there.
It's almost there.
It's almost there. It's gonna happen soon.
That's right.
3 hours later, Mr. President, I gotta give you an M.
Oh, gosh.
Man, I tell you what, I could not be in prison, y'all. You understand me? I let the bank rob me. Well, I had let the bank rob me. That goes to show you. I let the bank rob me and go to prison, all right? No. That woman stuck an enema up my tail. She ran it up there.
Oh, my God.
It felt like somebody shoving a pine cone up my tail.
Woo.
She said, hold still and relax your butt cheeks. I couldn't relax my butt cheeks, man. Folks, I'm going to tell you what. When she threw the M up there, I went to the bathroom. I crapped that nail. I crapped that nitchy nail. And I crapped that nail. And after that, all the spit I swallowed. I ate about 3 days. Like I said, I was sick on the stomach. And about the time I finally got rid of that spit that I swallowed, the laxative kicked in. And after the laxative kicked in, that citric magnesia laxative kicked in.
Yep.
The Docalax laxative kicked in.
My gosh.
And the last thing out was a stool softener. It was too late for that.
I'm pretty sure it burned coming out, did it?
Oh my gosh, I feel like somebody raping me with a pipe. Hit him was at the wazoo. You never know all you'll put together, y'all. Y'all don't want that.
I know.
JJ, walk away, man. Walk away.
You heard it.
Walk away.
Yeah, you already named two. I said Cam Chancellor be one.
Cam Chancellor is busting in.
Oh my gosh. He plays a linebacker. He's a linebacker playing a safety. He can cover.
I like the fact is that he is the boom with the Legion of Boom. He brings the boom.
Did you see the film?
Defenses play with attitude, guys. Attitude's everything.
They won.
Bring somebody real. You're supposed to be a tailhole when you're out there.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta be the enforcer of the defense.
You may be a force, but you gotta be a teetotal tailhole when you're out there.
I know. Like a Terrell Owens, but playing defense.
Yeah, it'd be a Terrell Owens on steroids on defense.
That's what he
I
basically.
love me some me.
Yeah. And my goodness, Cam Chancellor's gonna pop you at the line.
Okay. I'd love to see Cam Chancellor hit Terrell Owens.
Woo.
I love me some me. I hit Cam Chancellor. I love you too. Oh, wow.
Ooh. I seen him on film where he melts the tackles to their knees. I saw him. He put a 300-pound lineman on his knees and he blocked the edge up. That is how much of an impact player he is for that team. He brought a shoulder pad. The offensive line stuttered and fell to his knees. That's how much impact he is. He brought a boom.
I'll say a super stud this year. I think was Mack from was a trade from Cleveland went to Atlanta.
You mean Jamie Collins?
Now who's the center? What's his name? Mack.
Alex Mack.
Alex Mack. That guy played. I don't know who he is at Atlanta, but the guy is a genius.
He brought that crap O-line into a solid O-line.
You got to realize you got somebody who's got a brain. You know, brains is everything.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, you can't drive a nail without a brain.
That's true.
You have all the athletic ability in the world, swing the hell out of the hammer. If you ain't got enough damn sense to go ahead and get it started, you ain't gonna drive no nail. Yeah, that's just life in general. Everything's about, you know, if you sit down there and think about something before you do it, you'll fish twice as fast. How about that?
That's right. We're gonna have a topic today. It's Uncle Chris's is personally my favorite topic. The what were you thinking topic.
What were you thinking? Oh my goodness.
Alright. Let's start off with I don't know what week it was, but it was in November. Panthers versus Raiders. Dude, you should never throw a screen pass to Khalil Mack. Because for one thing, he's going to reach over the offensive tackle, pick the ball off, and what better way to run into the end zone? What were you thinking?
What were you thinking, man?
He wasn't thinking.
Damn, that's like some rookie shit you did out there, man.
I know.
That is some Bush League. Man, that's some Pop Warner stuff you did out there, dude. What were you thinking?
He wasn't thinking.
That still worked good in Pop Warner football, didn't
it? Alright, your next. Alright. You see Travis Kelce is a hothead, right?
Yeah, he's gonna always be a hothead.
Yep. I mean, first of all, when the referee doesn't throw a flag, I can understand getting mad for one reason. But you don't have to throw your own towel at the referee to prove a point that there should have been a flag on the field. Travis Kelce, you weren't thinking.
What were you thinking, man?
Come on. Wasn't.
Come on, dude.
I saw Coco out there. Let me see.
Yeah, well, Coco's out there.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know Travis Kelce though. You know he gets held all the time.
Yes.
But you know what, Kelce? By doing that, you might have called yourself a little flag there, Bo. But next year your stock will go up because you called attention as officials, didn't you? Come on here, pup. Did it, babies.
All right.
Get it.
We're gonna close it out in 5 minutes. You want me to let these two out?
Yeah, them animals out. Got the bulls in the shop, y'all.
We got bulls in the house.
Got bulls in the
Come on,
house.
let's go. Yep. Okay.
Come on. Thank you, Jimmy.
Alright, next, let's talk about this other guy. Alright, I'm trying to think who was I trying to think about. Oh yeah, the Raiders special teams. Tyreek Hill is a punt returner.
You punt returner guy, speed!
Speed kills!
Speed!
But he just don't play speed. He plays speed and with smartness because he ran all over the Raiders special teams and went all the way in for a touchdown.
It's called gap integrity, guys. You learn it in Pop Warner football. Hey, hey. What were you thinking? You won't.
He wasn't thinking, period. Alright.
Dead from the neck up?
Alright, your next what were you thinking moment was, I'm trying to think. Russell Wilson. I mean, I'm sure you hurt your MCL back in when you fought the Niners. But come on, man. When you're playing against the Arizona Cardinals, you're gonna get 6 points. You're gonna have so much more. And Arizona, kick the ball. Don't let the guy block it.
Yeah, don't let him block it. No, don't kick the ball.
They blocked it twice.
Yeah, you block it twice.
Chandler, Cat, and Zero. What were you thinking?
Man, I tell you what, he kicked the can on that one.
Sit.
Yes, sir, buddy. His stock went down so low, man.
I know.
You can't scrape it off the ground. It's in the pores of the concrete, man.
Oh my goodness! I remembered it. It happened in Buffalo. Don't snap the ball too high.
No, don't snap the ball too high.
If it goes too high,
it's called muscle memory. It's called muscle memory.
Yeah.
You do it 100 times a day, you get paid a lot of money to do it. It's called muscle memory.
And
you should do it in your sleep.
If it goes too high, the Buffalo Bills are going to recover the ball, and they're going to take it to the house.
Oh, they're going to go to the house.
And they did.
They went to the house. They went to the Hazel.
The long snapper for the Arizona Cardinals. What were you thinking? He wasn't.
You were not thinking of muscle memory, I guarantee you that.
No, he wasn't thinking.
Oh, but we're going to clean this up one day next week, and we're going to talk about a subject everybody wants to talk about. It's the Bassmaster Classic, guys.
That Bassmasters.
The Bassmaster Classic, guys. You watch it. It's going to be on ESPN this week.
Yep.
And my projection is, whoever finds the grass finds the bass.
That's a good saying.
Whoever finds the bass is going to find the grass. It's not going to be a cold weather deal. It's going to be
a pitch warm.
It's going to be what they call a pre-spawn. We're going to have fish moving up into the bass. There's going to be some weights weighed out, John.
Oh.
And the boys are going to come home with either a hero or a zero. Can't wait to see how it shakes up. My money's on. I'm going to go ahead and pick my three. It's going to be, let's see, good fisherman. Let's see, it's going to be, I'll take Iconelli. I'll take Iconelli.
Sit.
And let's go with G-Man. Gerald Swindell and Greg Hackett. Let's do them three.
All right.
You know why?
Why?
Because they know how to find bass in the grass, and they know how to cover a lot of water quick.
Now, they were thinking, for the people who were thinking.
Yeah, they're thinking. Trust me, they ain't slept since they announced it, because that's in their wheelhouse.
Yep, that's it for the Uncle Chris Sports Show. We thank you for watching. And Uncle Chris, we thank you for a good show.
Go Panthers, baby.
Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. Cam, what were you thinking?
Yeah, he won't think it. That's it. Subscribe to the Uncle Chris Sports Show.
Want your question, y'all? Let's talk about Senkos now. I want to hear something back about those Senkos. You want to know? I'll tell you. We got a tank right here, and I'll prove it to you.
Yes, he does. He's got a tank.
Anything you want to talk about, I got it.
He does.
I got it. Most folks buy clothes, I buy baits.
That's it. Bye, everyone.